Yeah, hello. I'll be talking about code editors, and a code editor is a text editor that is specialized for writing software. It is different from softwares like Microsoft Word in its highlighting, auto completion, and formatting capabilities. Yeah, there are several text editors in the market. We have Notepad++, we have Notepad itself, we have Atom, we have Sublime Text, we have WebStorm, and we also have VS Code. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be using VS Code. And this is how my VS Code editor looks like. You would see that it has different colors. It's not just like Microsoft Word where you're just writing, you need to go and select color. By default, for the programming language you are working with, it gives you different formatting and different colors, making it easier to read. You could see comments are in green, tags are in blue, we have some in light blue, we have text in white, and see this function. For example, the function name is in yellow, the function body, the curly braces, these and these are also in yellow. This way it's easier to quickly know what part of the code block you are, and you can easily indent your code. This way you can hide. There are a whole lot of things you can do with a code editor that you can't do with a conventional text editor. Let's quickly go over to download VS Code. So you can just put VS Code download in a search bar on Google, and it takes you to the VS Code download page. Depending on your operating system, for this tutorial we'll be using Windows. You can decide which you download based on your operating system. I already have this downloaded, so I wouldn't be downloading it again, but this is how it looks like to download. And then once you are done downloading, you open your folder and you install the exe. Yeah, so this is my VS Code installer. You double click on it and you follow the prompt. I already have VS Code running, so I won't be able to download it, but it's a very straightforward prompt, and by the time you are done installing, you would have an interface similar to mine like this. Quickly, how do you create folders and open files with VS Code? So this is my document folder. You can create any folder anywhere, just ensure you know the path. And for my front-end web development course, let's say the first project I want to work on is let's just call it a website to do anything, I don't know. Okay, let's just call it dummy website. And once I create this dummy website, I can go to my code editor, that's Visual Studio Code, go to file and open folder. I can also add folder to workspace, but for now let's open folder, and then I go to my documents, front-end web development course, dummy website, select folder, and here is it. I have opened my dummy website folder, and I can start working with files in this folder if there were files before. And if there were no files before, I can also go ahead, proceed to create new files. So in this website folder, for example, I can determine the structure of my website, where I want my images, where I want my other assets, my CSS files, my JavaScript files, my HTML files. But for now, I'll just create an HTML file so that you understand how to work with what's it called, with VS Code. So by clicking index.html, I can decide to copy the content of my former editor. Open with, you can also go ahead and open a file with VS Code directly. Okay, so we don't have anything here. Let me quickly get dummy HTML code from W3 Schools. By the way, W3 Schools is a very good resource for learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so I have this here. So apart from creating folders and creating files, you can also install multiple extensions. Extensions make your work easier by giving you plugins that can easily do things you would have done manually. So normally, to run this file, let me proceed to save. To run this file, I would have to go to my folder and go to my dummy website folder, right click and run open with Chrome. But there is a better way. I can install an extension to help me run this file automatically, especially when there are changes. So to install an extension of VS Code, you go to Preferences, Extensions, and Live Server is one of such extensions I would like to install. Well, I already have Live Server installed, but assuming I don't have it installed, I would search in my extensions marketplace and then go ahead to click on it and then go ahead to install. I already have it installed, so I will not be uninstalling it. But since I already have it installed, the next thing to do is go to my file, right click on my file, and then open with Live Server. There is also a command to use. You could use Alt L or Alt 0. So open with Live Server, and then Live Server opens your HTML file in a browser. So for every change, this is in a changed paragraph, Live Server reloads. And this is cool. This is cool. This is awesome. So it makes working with your VS Code easier. There are several other extensions you can download, and as an assignment, I would ask you to proceed to download formatters to make your code easier to read. So go ahead to your file, extensions, preferences, extensions, and download a code formatter. Come on, looks like I don't know the spelling of formatter anymore. Yeah, Prettier is one code formatter you can install. So please go ahead, install Prettier and let me know how it works for you. Thank you.